Hey folks, Jonathan here. Figured I'd do an update, let everyone know what's going on, where we stand, what I'm going to do next, and all that. Rat rod build's done, another successful one. Went great. Really tickled. I don't think it could have went any better because you know, Mike really wanted that van, or that truck, or Van Mino, I think is what we're calling it. But he really wanted it, and he did end up with it. And there was a little auction at the end, and it's not my place to say what it brought, but you know, it is Mike's. And so anyway, he did buy it, and there was some bidding going on, so it went really good because Mike ended up with something that he really wanted. I knew he really wanted it, and Scott donated half the money back. I asked Scott what he was going to do with the other money. He said that he was going to use it to fix his wife's car. So you know, how could it have worked out any better? And you know, my point is, and I let them know that it's fine to sell it, you know, when they're done. They can do anything they want with it because, you know, of course it's theirs first, but second, I want it to get into somebody's hands that really wants it, and hopefully somebody that'll put it together. You know, I'd rather it be somewhere where it's going. I'd rather see Mike go out there and, you know, smoke the tires off of it than to see somebody take it and pull the LS out and take it back apart. You know, we're hoping this thing's gonna get finished, but we'll see. But let me see where we're at anyway. There's one I had to go pick up the other morning. That's pretty rough and burnt. But anyway, we're sort of trying to figure out what to do on the next rat rod build, because just like with the van, you know, I went ahead and posted what I was going to build right after we done the build, the other build, the Willys build, because not because I'm going to work on it or anything like that, but I've got to be working on getting parts the whole time. You know, if I decide what I'm going to build and then I happen to be at a friend's house or something, I see something we can use, I can always trade for it, deal for it, buy it, whatever. So that's one of the reasons I want to go ahead and figure out what we're going to use. And I sort of threw three choices out there, and we may not do any of the three, but I posted them on the Facebook. It's actually One Day Rat Rod Build page on Facebook, and of course one could be the other Willys, and this is the 53, and I've got a lot of really nice parts for this thing, and I hope this wind ain't getting us here, because this wind's blowing pretty bad. But hide behind a tree here, what do you think? But I actually kept all the really nice parts. We didn't use the nice parts on the rat rod, and of course it's a nice rat rod now, of course, but and you know, he's chopped the top and done all that stuff on it, but we've got an absolute mint perfect hood. We've got mint set of fenders for this thing. He brought the brand new windshields back and the brand new rubber because he chopped it and had, you know, somebody cut the glass. So luckily we've got all that back, so we, you know, windshields will be no problem for it now. And you know, we could do this one something different. Another one choice we've got, and of course we still have the other one for parts. Another choice we've got is a Gremlin. I've put some tires on the front of it, and I actually pulled the roof out, and it just needs the final body work done on the roof. We pulled the quarter out on the other side and got it looking pretty decent. Need to do the final body work on it, and we still got the parts one that we can, you know, cut some stuff off of if we need to. But you know, it's been since 1979. The underside of this thing is excellent. I mean, it's still got original paint on it. It's kind of odd, you know, the rust you see on the doors and a little bit on the bottom of the fender, and then you look up under it and it's painted. I mean, it's really good shape. We could do that, do something with it. And we got the Ford main line down here. Now, I've had quite a few people say something about the Gremlin, and quite a few about the main line, mostly the main line, I believe. But and now the Van Mino's still here because Mike had to carry 3 back up to New York, and then he's coming back, and he may not even take it. He may leave it down here to drive. He you know, he's got his dealer tags. He can throw dealer tags on and go, but you know, he likes it, and you know, we'll probably do a little more work to it and when he comes down the next time. But no title on this one, so you know we're not going to do it. We got to do something with the title to where whoever wins it has a title. We was thinking maybe the main line, do something on it. I do have a 2011 police car, Crown Victoria. That's the last year they made them, with a really good 4.6 and automatic. You know, we've never done, I don't think none of us know how to do the wiring on it, but you know, it's something that, you know, I'm willing to learn for sure anyway. But so we may end up doing something on it. It's really hard to say. JC has bought this truck, so we're not going to do anything on it. It's going to go to a good home. But the good part about this is JC's got a YouTube channel, so you'll probably end up seeing videos of this truck being built. And I think he's going to do some changing and maybe put it on a later model frame. And I'm kind of guessing, I'm not sure now, don't get me wrong, but the V10 engine that he's actually working on right now on that Super Duty frame may be what he's going to do. And he may go diesel, it's hard to say, but that's up to him. We are going to get back started on the four-wheel drive wrecker. I know I got a lot of people that's wanting to see it, wanting me to get back on it. Trust me, I want to get back on it. You know, it's the excitement's still there to build it, and especially the last few calls I've had. The other night I really had one I could have really used that thing at, and well, 1:30 in the morning I guess it was. But we're going to get back on this. It's going to be in June. Don't know when in June, but I'm going to get the 4500 rollback back around here, and we're going to work on it, see if we can get it going. You know, it's close, so it's not too bad. We can knock it out. And I've actually got I've got everything set up. I've got to go pick up some wood to build the whatever you want to call them. You can call them core boxes, flash, the cope, the drag, whatever, for the to do the engine. We're going to be working on it at night. Shop's cleaned up, so make it a little nicer. So we're going to go ahead and cast them engine blocks and go. You know, I'm ready to start machining on that, but like I said, it's going to be at night and in the evenings. But I want to go ahead and get the roll back around here and get started back on it. Sometime in the future, I'm going to do some work on my forklift. I want to go ahead and I may get an engine lined up for it. You know, I don't want to build the engine because there's so many of them out there available. Flathead Continentals, they're, you know, just about a dime a dozen really, because I see a lot of them get taken to the junkyard that have good engines and stuff. So you know, that engine smokes and it's weak, and we may go ahead. I want the top's actually bent over a little bit on it. We may pull the top, pressure wash, clean everything up. I've got a power steering leak I need to fix. The cylinder needs repacked up under. It really needs a fan on it. The fan's been bent so many times and straightened that there's some cracks on it. I'm going to take the motorcycle gas tank off. I've got the propane mounts for it, and I've got a propane tank, which is a steel tank. And what we're going to do is make that steel propane tank into a gas tank. And so it's going to look like a propane forklift, but it's still going to be gas. But it won't look, you know, quite so funny with the tank on it. I don't know. I'm assuming everybody's seen it, but we'll walk up here where you can see what I'm talking about. I've got some stuff I got to clean up here too. Roof of a van there that needs to get something done with it. But yeah, it's been raining. This is the first day we hadn't had any rain, but as you can see the Harley Davidson tank on there. We're going to take it off and change that around off, throw some paint on it. All the tires are really good on it. I actually had to put one tire on it, but I need to get some switches wired up and stuff in it. But you know, I usually don't, as you can see with my skid steer, it's painted. My rollbacks, you know, when I get something, I can have it 10 years, and when I get ready to get rid of it, it's usually nicer than it was when I got it. And it's not the case with this one, because what I've done to this forklift since I bought it is put one tire on it, and that's just because I had to. And I feel bad because I haven't not just shown it any attention, but I mean, that's an old piece of equipment, and you know, you can't expect to just keep running and running and running one without working on it. So I want to go through and do some good, you know, maintenance on it, and you know, get it looking a little bit better. And it deserves better. It really does, because I have worked it hard. But anyway, everybody that wants to see the wrecker build, you're going to see that soon. Like I said, we will get back on it in June. And you know, I've got some stuff lined up for it. And I think it'll start moving along pretty quick, because once we get that boom mounted on, you know, that's all done. And once we get that boom mounted on and we start doing the bedsides and toolboxes, you know, it won't look so bad. And just a lot more fabrication. And I enjoy fabrication, don't get me wrong. I would rather do that, you know, than tow any day, but I've got to pay the bills. So, you know, I'm still towing a lot. And I actually got one wreck out of the other county the morning after the rat rod build, way in the middle of the night. And then the next morning, you know, I ended up with this one out of my county, where I'm at now. So, you know, I do stay busy towing. When, you know, I towed one to Cary yesterday, which is, you know, 40, 50 miles. And let me see, I towed one to Southern Pines a little bit ago. So, you know, I'm still working a full-time, you know, job basically, and doing this other stuff. So try not to be too hard on me about, you know, not getting things done as quick as I'd like to, or quick as you'd like to, because I promise I'd rather have them done quicker than you anyway. I just don't get enough time. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody watching the rat rod build. You know, like I said, when I get aggravated with that, I go read the comments, and man, I've got some good comments on this last one. I appreciate them, because I mean, we want to feel like we're doing something half decent, you know. And you know, we didn't know how the van was going to turn out, or the truck, or Van Mino. So, and it turned out great. I mean, I like it. I think it's a like or hate thing. You know, you either like it and it's neat, or it looks like crap. But you know, that's the way things are. And you know, I hear stuff about posi unit, and I noticed somebody posted on there, not much power. Well, if you noticed, and you can go back and look, when I was doing them burnouts, when I was power braking it and all that stuff, you never hear the engine rev real high. I didn't get down hard on that, and I especially didn't get down hard on it out there in that wet road, because you know, the last thing I wanted to do was make a video of me doing something totally stupid. But I didn't want to tear it up. I mean, you know, if the person that ends up with it wants to tear it up, that's up to them. But you know, really, everybody built that van. It wasn't mine. I mean, you know, you go out there and you do what you can do, and then and believe it or not, the Willys build was the same way. I mean, it looked like I was, you know, giving it hell through there, but I wasn't to the floor with it. I didn't even have the 4-rail kicked in. So I mean, that just tells you how much more potential it had. I mean, posi unit would be great, but I'm financing this, and unless they, you know, somebody going to donate one, or you know, I just happen to come along one, it's going to be what it's going to be, and that's it. So, you know, that's just the way that goes. And you know, I'd love to be able to build the engine, and you know, we can build 700 horsepower and, you know, 800 foot-pounds of torque. But you know, that's just, first, it's not in the budget, and it's not in the time, and you know, it is what it is. But you know, I think for what we do, we do pretty damn good to get, you know, to get it done in a day, and you know, be able to give it away and drive it. And you know, like I said, if anybody remembers the first build, you know, the 57 International, you know, my daily driver, the rule is to get in, be able to start it from inside, shift it from inside, have good safe brakes, and be able to drive it. There was no other rules besides that. And so how far we finish it, or whether it spins both back tires, one back tire, or you know, whatever, you know, really is not, that's not part of our rules, you know. And we're gonna, you know, we got a goal to work forward to, and that's what we done. And you know, I hope everybody liked it or hated it, but that's up to you. All right, try to get you some more videos here real soon. We want to get an engine cast. We got to get a wrecker up here, and like I said, I'm gonna knock this roll back out first, and we'll go from there. Okay folks, I almost forgot to add something in this video I thought everybody might get a kick out of. I'm going to put a link in the description of Aaron and Scott, Scott being the winner of the truck and Aaron being the guy that was standing beside him, they're lifelong friends, and they're both as good as gold. I mean, there's not either one of them that wouldn't give you the shirt off their back, do anything for you. Don't matter what color you are, does not matter. They're good guys. And you know, somebody had posted just a thing that said redneck on there, and you know, I guess it's your definition of redneck, but they definitely don't have anything to do with you know, any kind of racial thing or nothing like that. These are great guys, and both of them were in the military, and I can't remember, I think it was in the Air Force, but anyway, there is a video on YouTube of Scott removing Aaron's tooth with a Harley Davidson, and I just think it's a funny video, but I'm going to put a link in the description of it, so anybody that wants to watch it. And you know, that's kind of crazy, but I think you may enjoy it. All right, folks, I appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, bye.